Alright guys, welcome to TESA's Tarot. There's only 2 zodiac signs left. If you haven't watched the trailer for this series of videos, definitely click on the link below. It's only 5 minutes long. It just talks about what this next series of zodiac sign videos are about. But I can still talk about it right now. Right now I'm shuffling 2 cards. 2 zodiac signs are left because I decided to do this a little bit differently, and I decided to pull zodiac signs out of the zodiac oracle at random, whereas before I was doing it by the element. I was doing like water signs first and yada yada yada. So there's 2 signs left over here, okay? You guys already know because you're watching the video, but I don't. So I'm just going to tell you a little bit about what the video is going to be. Okay, so this is going to focus on the full moon lunar eclipse, which is going to happen June 5th, 2020, and the full moon is going to be in Sagittarius. And as we all know, the full moons already bring out very intense energies as it is. They tend to bring things into the light. They tend to make energies a little crazy, a little haywire, because things are kind of starting to come to the surface. And with a lunar eclipse, the sun illuminates the moon. The sun is on one side of the earth and the moon is on the other side of the earth. So the sun kind of like shines its radiant light around that earth and glows the moon. So it like illuminates the moon. So the moon tends to be very bright, okay, and it brings things to the surface. So this is a great time to really like focus in on some deeper things going on and also to get started on projects. Okay, the full moon is a great time for manifestation. Great time for manifestation. Okay, so this is going to be a reading for Taurus. All right. Taurus. You know, I'm going to let you look at this card just a little bit closer, because it's really cool. It looks a little like scary. Well, all of these zodiac cards are a little like, you know, sentient. They have kind of like this alien sentient vibe, and that's what I love about them. And I do want to apologize in advance. I've been dealing with very severe allergies. I'm on like ibuprofen. I'm on Claritin. I'm taking vitamin C. I'm like, so I'm not just congested. I'm not just suffering from the effects of allergies, but my body is just, you know, it's like in the effects of medication too. So, man, you know, it's like trying to hang on. It's like fighting these allergens with all its might. And like, I'm just trying to stay balanced. It's like there's one part of me that just wants to go to sleep and like wake up when summer is here. You know, there's one part of me that literally wants to just like skip the rest of spring and then just go straight to summer, because spring is the worst time of year for me. And there's this other part of me that's just like, no, you can't miss spring. Keep fighting. This is important. You have to fight it. You have to fight it. So, you know, like kicking its ass. It's like fighting all these allergies. Hanging in there. I go for walks whenever I can because it just feels good to get fresh air. I had to close the window though because it got kind of cold. I'm in Chicago and the weather is very like back and forth right now. It's supposed to be like 70 something tomorrow and then 80 something Tuesday. And yesterday was really nice. My brother and sister and I went for a walk yesterday. But today was like cold. And I love having the windows open. I love feeling fresh air. I'm not really into like heaters and air conditioners. Not by choice. Like I don't like them. I don't prefer them. I prefer to have windows open at all times and for like fresh air to constantly be circulating. But in the springtime, and with it being Chicago, like the Windy City, that fresh air, it's a little polluted. It's a little iffy. It still feels better than like the stuffiness of the indoors. Luckily, though, I am very close to the lake. So I do kind of get that fresh lake front kind of air coming through. Even though it's very cold today. Like, I just look out at the water and I'm like, that water looks freezing. Like, if I were to jump in that water, I would freeze. It looks very cold. It looks very cold. I don't even really swim until, like, August. Like, even if it's 80-something degrees outside in July, I'm like, eh. I'll wait till it's, like, 98. It's, like, so bizarre. Like, I don't want to go in that cold, honestly. Yeah. But I'm hoping it's going to be a nice summer. I'm hoping they're going to open the beaches. The last time that my friend and I went for a walk, it was actually Memorial Day. It was Memorial Day. And, yeah, there was cops everywhere. It was such a beautiful day. It was gorgeous outside. People were outside. Lots of people were outside. And all the cops were just like, no, sorry, you can't come to the beach. You can't chill. Like, you can't sit there. You can't sit on that grass. You can't do this. You can't do that. I'm like, I need to bite my tongue right now because I have lots of things to say to you. You know, it's like, how am I supposed to feel healthy? I live in a city with like millions of people and you want me to go back into an area where I'm like congested with people. It's like, I want to be by the lake because the lake makes me feel healthy. Being in nature makes me feel healthy. Ironically enough, because I'm allergic to lots of things that are in nature. But I still prefer to be in nature. I'm still just like, yes, yes, nature. Cleanse me. Cleanse my soul. All right, Taurus, I'm done rambling. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm going to shuffle these cards and we're going to get into your reading. Crazy weekend here in Chicago. Crazy weekend in Chicago. Lots of well, not lots of protests. Protesting, period. Protests, period. Protests. Protesting. And I'm just over here like, wanting everyone to be safe, you know? Like, I'm wanting peace and justice. Okay, peace and justice. So it's like, we're not going to make this a political post. Okay, let's get into this, Taurus, because I can go on and on and on and on and on. And I already just went on and on and on and on about the weather, so. This is about Taurus. What the hell, Taurus? Just made a turnaround. What in the actual heck is going on here? We're going to find out what's going on here. Underlying energy, Knight of Swords, Gemini energy. Well, we are in Gemini. You know, we just left Taurus season and now we're in Gemini. So this is your underlying energy. And you're probably just like, okay. You're feeling it. You're feeling the need to take action towards something. You're feeling the need to communicate something, to take action towards something, to Yeah. Just something, there's something that you want to take action towards. All right. In your motivational position, what's motivating you? You have the Nine of Swords. Okay, this could be something. Nine of Swords is another Gemini card, but this is Mars and Gemini, so it's a little destructive. Okay, so you're overthinking something. Okay, you've got something going on in your head. You've got a lot of things going on in your head. But you're trying to like narrow it down, okay? You got a lot of things going on in your head. And you need to, in order for you to take action, you gotta figure something out. You gotta narrow it down. You could be thinking a lot about something from the past. You could be feeling regret. You could be feeling a sense of like anxiety over your own actions, over something that you did, or like something that was done to you. And you're feeling very anxious. Okay, so it's like your motivation to... the underlying issue is you need to take action, but you're not quite... and you're being motivated by all these different things that you're thinking. You're being motivated to take action by like... yeah, you got a lot. You got a lot that you're thinking about, that you're worried about. You're thinking about a lot of different things. Okay, we're going to move on. So when things are not completely clear, we move on and we kind of go card by card, because then they start to connect. As the story unfolds, you're like, yes, this makes sense because of this. Okay. Kind of how books go too, when you read like a book, it's like, when you first start reading a book, it's like sometimes narrators, or writers, authors, they like jump you into the middle of a story. You're like, okay. It's like backtracking. You gotta go backwards, like figure it out. And then after like the first couple of chapters, you're like, okay, now I understand what's going on. In the position of what you're feeling disheartened by, you have the Five of Cups. This is another Mars card. You got Mars, you got Gemini, you got Mars, and this is in Scorpio. Five of Cups talks about disappointment, loss, regret, sadness. That's why I'm like, what is happening here? Like you're in your mind and you're in your feels. You don't want to be in your feels though. You're trying to stay in your mind so you don't end up in your feels. That's what I see. So, yeah, so she's got 3 cups that spilt over right over here. This is like... and then you have an angel over here trying to hand you a new cup. Like, hey, I love you. I want to help you. All right, Taurus. Yeah, you are not wanting to feel these feelings. You are not wanting to feel this. You are staying in your head. You are staying in your head. You're feeling this Gemini energy. I almost want to say that you feel this every year. I almost want to say like right after Taurus ends, like when May is over and we go into June and we like start going into Gemini, like you feel the effects of this and you like go through this whole period right after May of like lots of mental activity and like your mind being preoccupied, with that air energy, that intellectual energy, that like overthinking, thinking. But this Five of Cups, with all this Mars going on, breaking you down. Let me see here. Yeah. You don't want to get stuck in your field. You don't want to get stuck in the feelings of disappointment. You don't want to get stuck because Scorpios, okay, so this is a Scorpio card, and like water energies, especially Scorpio, they're able to feel something and evaluate that feeling. It's like they're able to soak in the depths of that feeling and feel it for what it is. But you're trying to think about your feelings. You're not trying to feel your feelings. You're not trying to like soak in your feelings. You don't want to stay there. You don't want to stay there. You want to get out of it. So you're thinking about it. You're thinking about how to get out of there. You're thinking about how to get out of that Mars. How to be like, hey, Mars, what are you doing here? Mars is the planet of like action, aggression. You know, it can be groundbreaking. So it'll like break down the old to give way to something new. Okay, that's what Mars does. But you're trying to like get out of the feelings because you don't want to get tied down with the feelings of what you're feeling. So you're thinking about it so you can take action. So you can kind of take on that kind of energy of saying what you need to say. Saying what you need to say. And just saying it and taking action. Going after things intellectually. In your surrounding energy, you have the Three of Cups. This is Mercury in Cancer. Another water. Cancer. Water card. So surrounding you, you're probably looking at your friends. You're probably looking at the people in your life. And you see the joy. You see the joy in your life. You're not really feeling it right now. You're not feeling it, but you see it. You know it's there. You know you can indulge in it. You know it has the power to make you feel good. You know it has the power to get rid of some of the stuff that you're dealing with, to kind of like replace it, like cleanse it, heal it. Because that's what you enjoy in life. You enjoy to time spent with friends. You enjoy feeling, that sense of like beauty and love around you. So, I don't know. You either see that there are people in your surroundings that are having a good time, and you feel like you can't be a part of that at this point in time, or you're looking at this specific energy as something to cling to, or you're looking at this specific energy of wanting to spend time with friends, wanting to feel joy and happiness and pleasure, and you're kind of like holding on to that energy. Okay. In your advice position, you have Queen of Pentacles. This is Capricorn. Queen of Pentacles is, she's still driven. Okay, she's a queen, so she's driven by water, but she's the Queen of Pentacles. So she's down to earth. As your advice position, the universe is asking you to be a more oh my goodness. Because Queen of Pentacles is like very nurturing. She's also kind of strict though. Like, she's also kind of strict. You might need to take on a more, okay, you could have a family. I think that you need to take on more of like a leadership position. You think that you need to take action, maybe because we are in Gemini, maybe you think that you do need to take some kind of action. But but with your advice being Queen of Pentacles, the universe is asking you to be more grounded. To come back to your Taurus element, come back down to earth, come back into your element of stability. And being receptive, being not taking necessarily, you can still take action by not taking action. And I know that sounds really weird and contradictory, but what that means is like, even by providing yourself as a source of reception for others, even just by being stable within yourself, by being nurturing within yourself, by being very like humble and grounded, you're taking action because you're showing others and you're showing the people around you that you're a very kind of like level-headed, forthcoming individual. And you know how to acquire resources when you need. You know how to get that desired outcome that you need. You know how to do that. And you can do it at any time. So it's like telling you to level up. It's kind of telling you, like, forget about Gemini. Okay, we're in Gemini, so what? Like, forget about this Gemini energy. Forget about this, like, Knight of Swords, this kind of, like, needing to feel intellectual, needing to feel like you have to communicate something with the world. Like, maybe you're feeling that kind of, like, energy and that pressure from around you. It's like, no, just be grounded in yourself. Level up. Level up from this energy. Embrace a more grounding kind of nurturing, ambitious, supportive, kind of worldly energy. This is going to be really important as we look at the next cards coming up. Okay. Queen of Pentacles is Capricorn, and she's very much influenced by the major arcana cards of the Devil and the World. Okay. The Devil, it is a symbol of, like, indulgence and being tied to the material aspect of things without seeing the divine. But it's also very earthly. Okay, Capricorn is... Okay. It's like being able to it's like being able to feel grounded in the material, in the things that are around you, the possessions, the structure, the physical aspect of reality. She is also influenced by the major arcana card of the World, and the World is ruled by Saturn, and Saturn is all about work and ambition, social status. And we'll talk more about the World card when we get to the end of it, because the World card is your final outcome. Or Okay, we're going to keep it moving. And then we'll come back to this. Okay, so the best way to move forward in a positive light, you have the Four of Swords. This is Jupiter and Libra. Okay? Put the swords down. Take a break. See, as the story goes on, as you learn more about the story, the things from the past start to make sense, okay? So, there's a lot of things that you're thinking about here, and you're being motivated by it because you want to figure it out. You want to figure it out, but you're not going to figure it out by thinking about it, and by overthinking it, and by obsessing about it. You're going to figure it out by putting it down and meditating, and giving yourself time to rest, to not think about it, to not be like, oh, I need to do this, and I need to do that, and I need to take action, and I need to do this. To not do that, but to put it down, to take a break, to take a rest, to give yourself the time that you need to shut your mind off. You gotta shut your mind off. You gotta you gotta put down those swords. These swords are kind of like, they're a little detrimental to you right now. They're detrimental to you right now. This air energy, this intellectual energy, I don't think it's doing you good at the moment. You're really feeling the Gemini. You're feeling those effects. Jupiter in Libra. We have another Libra card. We have Saturn in Libra. And then the final outcome, the World card, is Saturn. Okay, so this girl is heartbroken. She's in pain. She's heartbroken. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. It's this Gemini. It's this energy that's around you. This energy that's around you is making you, I don't know. It's making you feel out of your element. It's kind of like throwing you off of that grounding earth kind of energy. It's kind of like taking you for a little spin. Maybe that's what you need to understand. Like, you know, not to be so hard on yourself. Yeah, like, you need to just not be so hard on yourself. You're being really hard on yourself. You're being really hard on yourself. And I don't know why. You know why. Why are you being hard on yourself? Why? Maybe you feel like the world is not giving you enough love. Like, maybe you're tired of being so strong, you know? Like, so you have to, like, feel like you have to think about things and be in your mind, you know? And you're just feeling, like, dissatisfaction with, like, you're feeling a sense of dissatisfaction and disappointment with the emotional side of things. So you're thinking about it, but that's not good. That's not bringing you joy and pleasure either. You're not feeling satisfied with the emotional side of your life, like with the fact that you can't enjoy time spent with friends, that like things are kind of like out of your reach and things are just kind of in like a energy of stagnation, and it's making you down. And then instead of like feeling it, you're thinking about it, and you're thinking about it, but it's like not helping the situation either. But you're feeling really like, you're just, I think you're tired. I don't know. This is rough, Taurus, okay? All right. I'm sorry. Like, it's very heavy. And, you know, the universe is just saying to, because the queens are still very much in touch with their feelings. They don't let go of that cup energy, that water energy. It's just telling you to come back down to that element of yours, to come back into your, like, come back into that Queen of Pentacles, that strong, receptive energy. You don't, like, you feel a lot like you need to be taking action, but come back into that energy of, like, that earth sign and water emotion, you know, that more sensitive, loving, nurturing, giving, down to earth, you know, family life, financial life, you know, come back into your home. Come back into your energy. Come back into your home. And just be like an observer. Just like observe, like know in yourself. Be whole within yourself. I don't even see the need to take action. I really don't. I don't see that it's necessary for you to do anything. In all honesty, I don't see here that you need to do anything. I see here that you just need to be with yourself and be with your power. And just to feel whole within yourself. You don't need to take action, not to overthink things, but to just follow your intuition. And to, like, follow that inner, nurturing, loving side. Your final outcome card is the World. This is a Saturn card. And yeah, like, as long as you just drop those swords, like, if you stop overthinking things and you come back into yourself, into your earth energy, you're gonna... The World. This is the last card of the Major Arcana. This is about feeling whole within yourself, feeling balanced. Knowing. It's about knowing. Knowing what you have to give. Knowing the experiences you've been through. Knowing your own knowledge. Knowing what you know. And being able to share it with others. Being able to share your experiences, all the things you've been through in your life, the people you've met, the journey that you've been on. You've been on a journey. You have been on quite a journey. Been on a journey. And it's like stepping into that power of knowing the journey you've been on. And this is what I was saying, that this World card ties together with the Queen of Pentacles. And that's your advice. Okay. It's like knowing that you have the world in the palm of your hands. Not feeling like you need to be this. Not trying to be something that you're not, but knowing that you have the knowledge. You have the resources. You have the knowledge, you have the resources, you have the strength. You have, like, people around you that value you. They value you. And they know your, like, worth. They know your... So... Because you have this. I feel like you have this within you already. You just have to, like, believe in it. You know? You gotta, like, believe in it. You have the world in the palm of your hand. You just have to believe it. It's like... It's telling you to rise above Get out of this Knight of Swords. This is not your sign. This is Gemini. You don't need to take action. You know, in all honesty, you don't need to. Just take the time to rest. It's like you're lowering your vibrational energy for the sake of others or something. I know, like, I remember I used to downplay myself a lot. I used to kind of like downplay my intelligence or something. I didn't want people to know how smart I was or like something like that. Or like I wanted people to like me, you know, I wanted people to like me, so I would kind of downplay myself and act a certain way. And maybe there's a part, maybe you're feeling pressure, you're feeling some pressure to be a certain way. You're feeling pressure to act a certain way. And you don't need to. You don't need to act that way at all. You just need to be yourself. You just need to be yourself. And you need to believe. You need to believe in that person that is yourself. Does that make sense? All right, so I'm going to pull a spirit animal oracle for you as a final message from the spirit animals from the animal kingdom. Okay, but this world card is a beautiful card, and this is your final outcome. So, I mean, you have some rough cards over here. It looks like you're kind of going through a rough time internally, emotionally, mentally, but I really do think that you just need to stop putting so much pressure on yourself. You just need to be good. Stop putting so much pressure on yourself. You know, take the time that you need to rest, to come back into that queen element, that water and earth element. Receptive. Water signs, earth signs are receptive. Those are feminine energies. Sword energy, wand energy, that's masculine. You don't need to be that. Unless you want to. If you want to be that, that's fine, but you don't have to. It's not necessary. It's really not. It's not necessary. Alright. See what the spirit animals have for you. Take the lead. Okay? Stag spirit, take the lead. The world card. She is whole. She doesn't need to do anything. She's a leader. She's already a leader. Alright, let's see what it says for Stag Spirit. I love reading from these books. Whether or not you have set your intention to lead, you may have found yourself suddenly called to step up to the forefront of your life. Okay, so I see that as the Queen of Pentacles. Stag Spirit is a reminder that now is a time to heed the call to be sure, strong, and compassionate. Others will look to you. So you just, it's like feeling it within yourself first, and people will automatically come to you. Others will look to you, and you have it within you to see through the eyes of Stag Spirit and walk with confidence as you take on the responsibilities that are yours now, and model integrity in all that you do and in all your relationships. Be willing to see the best in others so that your compassionate heart keeps you on the right path. Stag Spirit wants you to know that your responsibilities now are to yourself too, for you are learning and developing new skills. The best in you is coming into view as you step forward with strength, knowing that Spirit supports you as you compassionately take the lead. You are a model for transformation now, sharing your experience, strength, and hope with others so they may grow and discover their best selves too. Yeah, wow. Transformation, the World card. What a gift you are. Stay humble and authentic and walk your talk, for this is how a wise leader leads. A wise leader. A wise leader very rarely has to go towards people. People come to them. And that's why I was saying, like, forget thinking about taking that action. It's kind of like be in your element. Wise leader. Come forth with compassion. You have a lot to give. You have a lot of experiences to share. Okay, you need to step up into that position. That Stag Spirit was talking about responsibility. Queen of Pentacles. Very much about responsibility. Being compassionate, having an open heart. All right, Taurus, I hope this really helped you out. And I will see you next time. Bye.